iniquities, his own brokenness. All these people are in some ways broken arrows. But yet Bill has a great talent. And his great talent is to be strength, and he likes to chase the girls, and he's a really likable character. He wears Hawaiian shirts. He showed Andrew his Hawaiian shirt collection. He's got about 30 Hawaiian shirts, one for every day. But one of the things that Bill does is he likes to go for walks. And he walks to a dollar store. And he has all kinds of different routes that he takes. And he goes to the dollar store and he buys candy. And Andrew couldn't figure out why was he buying all this candy. And as it turned out, he discovered what he would do is he would discover some of the other residents in the home, and he'd find out what they liked. So if somebody liked a Snickers bar, Andrew might buy a Snickers bar and just put it in their room. If somebody liked Skittles, Bill would go and buy some Skittles. So in this way, even in spite of Bill's brokenness, he was still able to be light and enlightening in that situation. How wonderful to know one's purpose. What a gift it is. Tertullian said, there are two most important days in our lives: the day we're born and the day we discover our purpose. It seems to the outside and to the inside as well that sometimes the church feels like a broken arrow. It feels like something that's hurt and is broken. And I hope some of you, did you pick up the article, get a chance to see the article that was handed out with the bulletin? Simon Bell. It's a great little article that was in the Globe last Saturday, and I had a chance to read it. And I thought about, in terms of purpose of who we're called to be, or institutions or churches are called to be, I thought this was a really helpful article. The poor guy, Simon Bell, what's his job? He's the Terminator. He gets called in as part of the Anglican Archdiocese of Toronto to go into congregations and to assess, should you stay or should you go? That's his job. He's noticed, and what's reported has been, and I know this is true, the stats are that 15% of Roman Catholic churches in the Toronto Diocese will close. 12% of United Churches have closed in this past year, as well as with other mainline denominations, Anglicans, Presbyterians, Lutherans. And he said the churches that survive are the ones that know their purpose. Not even know their purpose, but have a sense of purpose. And what he noted also was that so much of their purpose is not about the building. You'll read in the article, it says, if you're concerned about simply maintaining your building, if you're concerned about maintaining a 1950s church, you will not survive. You will not be here. He said the churches that survive and are living and are life-giving are ones that have purpose, and they're also the ones that help people on their journey of faith. And it seems to me that in the research that I've been doing with the Emerging Spirit campaign, nothing could be closer to the truth. People are looking to be assisted on their journey to discover their purpose, who they're called to be. Outside of vocation, who is it that God called me to be before I was born? When I was still in the womb, who is it that God has called us to be? Two most important dates, the day we're born and the day we discover our purpose. Well, happy birthday. This is number 50 for Forest Grove. Congratulations. Happy birthday. But it seems to me that now we come to the second most important date, perhaps in our life. As we have matured, it's the time, it's the opportunity for us to think about what is our purpose? Who is it that we are called to be in this time and in this place? How is it that we are to be light not just to ourselves, for that is too small a thing, but how are we to be light beyond the confines of this sanctuary, Bayview Village, Toronto? How are we to be light? It's a much bigger thing, this quest. And yet it is such a gift to be able to gather as communities of faith to discern our purpose, to try and understand who it is that God is calling us to be. How is it that we're to be light to one another? I think it's such an absolutely wonderful text in this time of our own lives as we are surrounded by life and death. When we wonder about at the end of our days what our purpose is, we see from the example of Andrew Jenks that our purpose is still to be light to one another. And in that way, our light turns the whole world around. Amen. Who else is gonna bring you a broken arrow? Who else is gonna bring you a bottle of rain? Here he comes, moving across the water to comes, turning my whole world around. Who's gonna bring you a broken arrow? Who's gonna bring you a bottle of rain? Here he comes, moving across the water. Here he goes, turning my whole